Hey Aquarius, this is your timeless love reading. This is applicable for whenever you come across it. If this does not resonate, check out your sun, moon, or rising video. You can also check out your Venus sign video. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And if it does resonate, hit the like button. Got a cat here who's trying to help out. Just his little tail is trying to help out, just a little bit. All right. Okie dokie. Let's see what we got here. Aquarius. All righty. So I see you kind of slowly and steadily doing the work. This could be emotional work. This could be physical work. I definitely get the sense of, ooh-wee, yikesy, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, this is some heavy, heavy energy. All right. Okay, some of you Aquarians are dealing with some heavy stuff here. So the card that comes up for you is the Prince of Discs. So I feel like, you've got a goal in mind and you're working very slowly and steadily toward it. This goal could be, professional goal, it could be an educational goal. It could be any number of things, but and this is a relationship spread. So, and this doesn't necessarily have to be exclusively a romantic relationship. This could be family, this could be a friendship. But I see you just kind of plodding along, just, one foot in front of the other when it comes to your relationship. Your partner is the Hanged Man, your person. So I definitely get the sense here of somebody who has surrendered to the experience. They may be trying to see things from your perspective. They may be, trying to understand you more. So you may be putting in the work and they may be saying, well, what's Aquarius got going on over there? What are you seeing that I'm not? But sometimes to me, the Hanged Man comes up when somebody has taken a hands-off approach. When they say, you know what, I'm going to just let this be, I'm going to let this hang in suspension. I'm not going to make any decision one way or the other. I'm just going to let it be and see how it transpires. Oh, had a flyer here. So what you're not seeing about them is the moon. There's definitely something going on under the surface. They're listening to their intuition. This person is. They may have some secrets, some secret that they have not told you. Specifically as it relates to how much they want to give or are willing to give in this connection. Some imbalance, they may feel like they're not getting what they need from you, or that they are not able to give you what you need. I pulled the Six of Pentacles as a clarifier. So there's some issues around giving and receiving with them, and some secrets that they have not shared with you. Some stuff going on under the surface. So what's possible between you? The Seven of Wands. This card, August 12th through August 22nd, might be an important time frame for you. But it is possible, I think, for you to fight for this connection. It is also pointing to the possibility of other options available. So I also feel just like this card came up in the last reading for Libra too. And I feel like for you guys, and if you have Libra in your chart, you may want to watch that video too. But I feel like for you guys, this feels like a lot of problems. This one feels less like fighting for what you want and more like a lot of things coming up all at once, and having to, kind of fight them all back. So if you're doing the work, you may find that in doing the work, it may be spiritual work, it may be emotional work, you may be, seeking counseling, um, you may be building your business even, but you may find that in whatever work that you're doing, lots of problems are coming up, and that's impacting your ability to connect with this person. And they have just kind of said, well, I'm just going to let this be what it's going to be for now. What stands in the way? Three of discs. So that one also came up in the Libra reading. I shuffled the deck. So I think for you and your partner, your person, the willingness to work together is the challenge here. And it might just be the time to work together. You might not have time. Work could be getting in the way. Issues around finances could be getting in the way. Issues around working. Maybe your job's starting back up. A lot of folks are places are reopening, and the new normal is shifting to yet another newer normal. So that may be an issue. How you divide up your time, especially if childcare is a concern, who gets the priority, etc. That could be an issue that you're facing. But if it doesn't have to do with work, I feel like for a lot of you, it's just the willingness to work together. What's my role? What's your role? Who's responsible for what piece of this? And how it's suggesting that you break through is Nine of Discs. It's really saying focus on you. Focus on getting your material life in order, but also just focus on, in a way, if you're in a committed partnership, you're obviously not a single person. You don't want to be thinking about yourself as a single person necessarily, but it is saying you do have to attend to those things that make you uniquely you, and attend to your physical needs, your actual needs. So, because we are born alone, we die alone. Even though we can be in a committed relationship, the most important relationship, the most committed relationship we have ever is that we have with ourselves. So it's really saying that you need to recommit to yourself. September may also be a pivotal month for you as well in the development of whatever situation you've got going on right now. It gets a little bit heavier here as far as what this connection will look like as it moves forward. How will it appear? The Five of Swords comes up. So again, I get this sense of you need to focus on you. You need to, if the situation, if your partner taking a hands-off approach is not supportive to you, it's saying you need to find support within. You need to find support in whatever way makes sense for you. I'm not saying go cheat on your partner or whatever, but I am saying that, you may also have to accept defeat. This month, there may be a situation where you can't rely on your partner, and you have to say, okay, well, if I can't rely on them for this, am I okay continuing? Or if I can't rely on them for this kind of support, where can I go? Because rather than pushing this hanged man, rather than pushing my partner to be something that they're not ready to be or they can't be, can I provide this for myself in some other way? I think we expect a lot of our partnerships. We expect a lot of our relationships these days. And especially now more than ever, we expect so much. And so, maybe pulling back on the expectations that you have of your partner, and, taking on some of that to yourself and saying, okay, well, how can I fulfill these needs myself? Now, for your outcome or advice card, the Six of Swords comes up. So this is a card of moving on and moving away toward happier, calmer times, going from choppy waters to calmer waters. So in learning to take better care of yourself, the situation will likely improve in a quiet, calm manner. Now, I'm not saying all of you are going to get, divorced or separated or whatever. That's not necessarily the case. For some of you, it may be the case, but for some of you, pulling back on the expectations that you have with your partnership and what you want from them, what you expect from them. If it's something that you can reasonably provide for yourself, whether you go through friends, maybe it's like, oh, you really like going to church and your partner doesn't. I don't know. Well, maybe you have some friends that you go to church with instead, however. Um, it's an example, but there's, a number of different things like that in relationships, and sometimes we rely on our partners to do that. Doesn't really suit them and is antithetical to who they are, and allowing them the space to be who they are while, still having our own needs met is at the core of making relationships work long term. So, so I feel like this could be a really heavy energy for some of you. Some of you could be leaving a relationship because you're not getting your needs met, and you're finding that the more you dig and the more you try to get your needs met, the more you realize that even more needs aren't being met. And you have needs that can't be met here, and that the only way to get them met is to be single for some of you, or to find a different partnership. Some of you, though, um, it may just be that you turn that attention inward and you find a way to meet those needs yourself, or with other friendships or partnerships, or maybe not partnerships but friendships, or through work or through family, through other connections that you have with people, um, and then you can kind of move away from this place of plodding along expecting things to grow in a specific way that maybe only you have decided you want, and maybe your partner hasn't. I think this, with the Prince of Discs here for you, I feel like the Prince of Discs kind of has a goal in mind, and sometimes he doesn't always share it with other people. He doesn't always say, hey, like, this is my goal, these are my expectations, and he's just clip clopping along on his horse, just doing his thing. Meanwhile, the partner is thinking, I never agreed to that. That was not something that I, wanted. And here you're, riding off into the sunset, expecting me to ride with you when I actually want to go over here. So, let your partner go over there. Maybe you go over here, and if it's meant to be, you come back together. But yeah, I definitely get the sense of somebody kind of wanting to ride off into the sunset, and somebody else wanting to do something else and play chess or something. I don't know, but. Um, so I feel like once you make this decision, whatever it is, whether it be to, focus more on yourself, or whether it be to move away from this connection, the Knight of Cups comes up here. So this could mean a new partnership on the horizon. If you're leaving a committed partnership, it's saying that something new and better is on the way with somebody who, is a little bit more in touch with their emotional sense. It could also mean that this situation just helps you gain greater mastery over your own emotions. So you're not putting it on your partner to be your sole source of happiness, when, really we our partners are good for certain aspects, of connection with us, and not for others. So this situation can be a lesson, or a learning, a teaching moment, I guess. It can be a learning experience, as you gain greater insight into what aspects you can reasonably expect support from your partner on, and what actually are really more yours to support yourself on. So for an oracle card, I'm going to be using the Messenger Oracle. I might maybe next month or sometime in the future use the Moonology Oracle deck. I'm a really big fan of it. I just got it, and I'm not quite comfortable enough yet to use it on the channel, but sometime in the future I may be doing that. So let's see here. Need and necessity, appropriately enough, need and necessity. So we definitely want to be thinking about what our actual needs are in a relationship, and then what our sort of wants are. I'm actually going to pull the book up, because sometimes it's helpful to actually read what they have here. Night and day exist within the very same moment. Creation and destruction wear the same face. You only see one or the other because you are not seeing the whole. What you may see as harmful, another may believe to be good. All is based upon perception. In nature, all occurs according to need and necessity, not right or wrong. Ask yourself, is there a genuine need to act? Is change necessary for your continued well-being and happiness? If the answer is yes, then act. If the answer is no, then do not. Interesting. That card kind of straddles both storylines in a way. Do you need to act? Do you need to move on? Is it something that you need for your continued well-being and happiness? If so, then do it. If not, maybe hang on for a little bit. But don't be afraid of what you do not know. And don't be afraid of change if it comes to that. So I hope that helped. I hope it resonated. If it did, give me a like or a comment below, and I will see you all next time.